44% tax errors, and 67 cases of delinquent luxury goods of cars and motorcycles in 2019, with the total estimated state loss from these luxury goods reached 647.5 billion rupees. This value is based on potential sales of luxury goods charged up to 200%. Tax arrears cause losses to the state and also hinder the receipt of other types of taxes. Based on that problem, Cold Indonesia tax as a big role in state's revenue helped to re-stimulate national growth and national economic recovery or PAN in the post-COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Halimatu Hanna from Economics and Development 2019. And here's I would like to share my paper regarding Cicilpajak, sales tax installation on luxury goods or PPnBM application to reduce excess tax arrears. As we know that the taxation sector plays as an important role for Indonesia economy. This is because of its large contribution to the state treasury revenues, and it's undeniable that taxes are an instrument of fiscal policy that can become the foundation for a strong economy in Indonesia. The sizable growth of state revenue in 2020 mainly comes from tax revenue, which are estimated at 1,890.2 trillion rupiah, or a growth of 30.3% from 2019 APBM outlook. The portion of tax revenues to state revenues reaches 83.8%. Taxes also provide a direction for significant changes to the stability of state treasury during the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, it is not surprising that taxes are the key to the economic progress of a country, especially Indonesia, which has determined the payment of taxes on buildings, income, excise, and taxes on the sale of luxury goods or PPnBM. One type of the tax that contributes significantly to the state revenue is the sales tax on luxury goods or PPnBM. Based on the data on Central Bureau of Statistics regarding the ratio of tax revenue to Indonesia's gross domestic product or GDP, sales tax on luxury goods or PPnBM has a fairly high ratio and increases every year. In 2016, the ratio reached 3.32%, and in 2018, it reached 3.62%. This indicates that PPnBM is one of the sources of support for the Indonesia economy. Sales tax on luxury goods in Indonesia is regulated in Pasal 5 Ayat 1 Undang-Undang PPN number 42 in 2009. The items that are subject to PPnBM include motorized vehicles, luxury residential groups such as houses, apartments, and so on. Goods classified as luxury are subject to the additional taxes so that the purchase of this good is considered fair, in the other words, for the sake of stability and the positions of taxes between the low-income consumers and high-income consumers. However, we know that the emergency of COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in extraordinary crisis on several fundamental aspects on the nations. The most influential crisis is, of course, the health and also human fields. This condition forces the government to enforce policies, regulations such as social distancing, work from home, or large scale of social restrictions. One of the policies issued by the government in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic is to allocate an amount of 695.2 trillion rupiah to the National Economic Recovery or PAN program. The PAN program aims to stimulate the economy, protect and maintain and also improve the economic capacity of business actors, both in the real sector and in financial sector, including MSMEs. At the end of December 2020, the realizations of COVID-19 and PAN handling program had reached 579.78 trillion rupiah, or 83.4% of the ceiling. As we know that taxes have a big role in the state revenue. To run PAN, the government itself needs fund that where taxes are a source of state revenue have an important role. Therefore, we as a taxpayers must have high tax awareness because the state revenue depends on taxpayers' compliancy in paying taxes. Based on the data from Directorate General Pajak, there were 67 cases of delinquent luxury goods in the form of cars and also motorcycles in 2019. The potential state losses from this luxury car is estimated like the total reach 647.5 billion. This value is based on potential sales of luxury goods charged up to 200%. This loss also has an impact on the other types of taxes such as income tax, value-added tax, import, and also import duties. Thus, the tax errors cause losses to the state and also hinder the receipt of other states' types. The increasing in the ownership of luxury goods is very contradictory to the explanations of errors of smuggling of PPnBM that occurred in Indonesia, which was around 44%. It is not only cases of errors that occurs. Cases of asymmetric information from owners of luxury goods are also very common, like purchasing vehicle using someone else's ID card or fake address. Tax errors result in losses for errors in the form of fines, increased tax rates, or up to imprisonment. Errors who will find it increasingly difficult to pay taxes at once, only that like will find have a burden that is many times overdue to the coercive nature of tax. Not only that, tax revenue that aim to improve people's welfare through the redistributions of these taxes will also be hampered. The explanation above emphasized the problems that arise from implementation of PPnBM, barriers experienced by government in collecting PPnBM, lack of public awareness in terms of paying taxes. Therefore, Cicilpajak is present as a solution in overcoming problems that have a significant impact on state revenues and also society from excessive PPnBM errors. Cicilpajak will operate under the auspices of the Directorate General Pajak. This application is specifically designed for tax errors to be able to register, view the status of errors, the status of tax installments until the maturity of payment. And this application also can serve as an installment medium for tax errors, especially if the amount of tax charge is very high and cannot pay. So at least the heirs can be able to pay the installments and the government is not hampered by excessive tax heirs and the public can be able to receive the taxes. There are several main sections of Cicilpajak application. The first is registration sections of the heirs or NPWP, identity cards to the required data. To avoid the asymmetric information or to prevent it, there are several questions formed that will be submitted to the areas regarding personal data. After that, there is a main menu that contains data from areas in the form of luxury goods owned and the informations on the payment status, time errors, and minimum installments and installment status. In addition, there is an installment form that you can fill out if you want to make the tax payments or installments. Tax payments can be made in cash as well as non-cash, will cooperate with banking and financial technology in Indonesia. And here's the mechanism and also realizations. The program in the form of innovative idea, Cicilpajak, which has been planned, requires an actualization stage to run well. This actualization stage is a form of providing education for related parties and a form of socializations and counseling. This is done so that there are no mistakes or parties that they feel do not understand the substance of Cicilpajak. Parties who must participate in these actualizations stage are tax errors, actors like ministries, institutions, experts, and also relevant regional authorities who can help this program be implemented effectively and also efficiently. The first stage of socializations is related to providing educations regarding digital actions in collaboration with Ministry of Finance and Directorate General Pajak in calculating the amount of taxes and digital application experts providing education to earers and the public in the form of importance of paying taxes, providing the basic guidelines for the use of digital media, and giving earers information about the platform that has been provided by the government. The second stage is the form of socializations related to the large scale of applications that must be carried out by the authorized party or Directorate General Pajak in each province and district and also city. This is done so that earers understand the importance of ownership of luxury goods and also the obligation to pay the taxes. And the last stage of actualizations of Cicilpajak is to socialization stage regarding the existence of cooperation or collaboration, which in this case involves various financial institutions, banking sector, financial technology, and also other related companies. Thus, every element of Cicilpajak will run effectively because it has been planned, coordinated with the corporation of relevant authorities, as well as socialized, and also there is an organization that oversees each element in real and also comprehensive manner. Therefore, it can be a platform in building resilience and also transforming government services and creating the competitive collaboration between each stakeholders. The occurrence of the economic crisis in Indonesia due to the COVID-19 pandemic supported the creation of the National Economic Recovery Program or PEN. Cicilpajak as an innovation, as a very tangible manifestations of strategic efforts for taxpayers to pay their obligations in installments. In addition, the real key to success lies in application users and related authorities, which is checks and balances. Tax revenue is very influential on economic growth. Economic growth that goes well will certainly have a positive impact on society. Therefore, yuk nyicil tunggakan. Thank you so much.